So, what you're trying to say is that you fell here from another world? But when you wanted to leave and go on to the next world, your path was blocked by some unknown god?
Outlanders, your journey ends here.
Genshin Impact is the latest game from miHoYo, the creators of Honkai Impact 3. On top of all of the hype for a new, open-world RPG, Genshin Impact has a few unique features. One of the most important features is elements, and we'll go through those in this video. So to begin with, let's talk about the lore. The Archons bestow elemental powers to mortals in the form of visions, glass orbs that allow them to exchange mental energy into elements. Mortals with different elemental powers are called allogenes, and there are 24 playable characters with different elemental powers. So we know the lore, so how do the elements work? Now, there are 7 powers that exist in the world of Teyvat, each with different Archons in their own region that worships the Archon. These powers are Anemo, Wind, Cryo, Frost, Dendro, Nature, Electro, Lightning, Geo, Earth, Hydro, Water, and finally, Pyro, which is fire. So each element has its own status effect like in most RPGs. Cryo reduces the target's movement speed. Electro is super effective in bodies of water and will spread the ability used to nearby targets in the water. Since those targets are already wet, the electro-charged elemental reaction will occur. We'll speak more about that later. Now, Geo is all around useful. Geo causes the crystallization effect, which causes the target to deal reduced elemental damage, except for Geo damage. It also absorbs some of the target's elemental energy and drops a crystal that can give a character an elemental shield if they touch it. The shield will absorb all types of damage until it runs out of HP, although it protects against the shield's element more effectively. Hydro causes the target to become wet, which is used for elemental reactions with elements like Electro. And Pyro inflicts burning damage over time, roughly 3 damage per second. When in the fields, certain enemies and objects have harmful auras that affect characters in an AoE radius. You can remove this aura temporarily by triggering the right elemental reactions on the character. Condensed ice increases your character's stamina consumption. Devouring lightning reduces your character's elemental energy used for elemental burst talents. Slowing water increases your cooldowns. And smoldering flames inflicts a strong burn on your character. Now we're going to move on to the elemental reactions. Overloaded deals AoE pyro damage. Superconduct deals AoE cryo damage and reduces the victim's defense for 8 seconds. Electrocharged inflicts electro damage over time for several seconds. Swirl spreads the elemental effect used to swirl itself. Burning inflicts a stronger damage over time for several seconds. Frozen freezes the target, stunning them for several seconds. Shattered frees the target from the frozen status, but deals physical damage that scales with the character's level. Melt dispels both elemental effects and deals 2 times damage if Pyro is the triggering element, or 1.5 times damage if Cryo is the triggering element. Vaporize dispels both elemental effects and deals 2 times damage if Hydro is the triggering element, or 1.5 times damage if Pyro is the triggering element. Finally, I'm going to touch on elemental resonance. Team building is really important in mobile gacha games, and for Genshin Impact, this is no exception. Remember how in the last Airbender everyone could only use one element, but Aang rode through and bodied all of them with all 4? Or how Iroh was trash until he busted out lightning? Kakashi when he started clapping people with every element? Think of your team in the same way. Build to synergize, not to just have your favorite characters on one team. The table below shows what goes with what, but I'll link to this in the description. Keep in mind that these bonuses stack in co-op mode. And this just about wraps up this Genshin Impact guide. If you like this video, drop a like and recommend it to a friend, and also subscribe. And if you like anime, visit our website and follow us on Twitter for more content. Kong out. Peace.